Hi parents, welcome to our virtual second grade open house. Thank you so much for taking the time to come join me and watch our video to learn some important information about the remainder of our school year together. So I'm going to go through some slides, read a little bit, and also just discuss some information for students that are returning face-to-face and for students that are remaining virtual throughout this semester. So let's go ahead and get started. So meet Miss Moses. I am Maddie Moses. I've probably already talked to you or seen you at this point now. Welcome to second grade. This is my 6th year in teaching. I've taught 4th grade and I've taught second grade, and second grade truly has my heart and soul. I just love Harrod so much. I graduated from the University of Houston, go Cougs, and I was born and raised here in Houston. You can communicate with me through email or class tag. My email is on the screen, and class tag I will be communicating weekly with. Most of the time it will be Sunday nights to get everyone prepared for the following week. So look out for those class tag messages. All right, let's dive into dress code. This year, students that are returning face-to-face will not have a specific dress code as in school years prior. However, I do ask that your child comes with school-appropriate clothing when they are at Harrod. This also includes students wearing closed-toed shoes each day. This is for their safety in PE and at recess time. And lastly, super important, students that are returning face-to-face, it will be mandatory that they wear a mask the entire time that they are in the building for the school day. The students may bring their own masks from home, or the school will provide masks when they get their screener and come into the building. So here's just some more detailed information that I'm going to read off about dress code. Shoes. If your child cannot independently tie their shoes, please do not send them with shoelaces. Velcro shoes or slip-on shoes are going to be the best bet. And this is just because we won't have buddies in our class or adults in the class touching your child's shoelaces, just to keep everyone safe and healthy. Jackets. Practice zipping or buttoning your child's jackets at home. We will be dealing with fluctuating weather. Know that I will take them out to recess as long as it's not raining. So send a jacket just in case. And like I said about shoes, we won't be having buddies help each other zip and button jackets, so practicing at home is going to be a great thing for students that are struggling with zipping or buttoning. Bottoms. Only send your child to school with pants, shorts, skirts, or dresses that they can get on and off independently. Once again, this is going back to just keeping students safe and healthy and remaining with that social distancing. Masks. Practice getting them on and off independently as well. I would suggest starting to practice wearing masks for long stretches of the day now before they return face-to-face. We know it is very challenging for a 7 and an 8-year-old, and our adult selves included, to have that mask on all day. We know that this will be a challenge, but if you help me out and start practicing now, hopefully it will be a smoother transition when that child returns face-to-face. Also, if you have a child that normally needs a change of clothes, just go ahead and include a change of clothes in the backpack in a Ziploc with socks or underwear, and even an extra mask just in case if you have. Okay, next thing we're going to talk about is attendance. So if your child is remaining virtual for the next 6 weeks, the way to receive attendance is you may participate in at least one live session. Obviously, I'm hoping that all of my students are coming to all the live sessions to get as much learning as they can, but they will be counted present if they attend one live session or if they participate in the digital resources available on the hub. Okay, so if they submit an exit ticket, or they're on Imagine Math or Imagine Literacy or on Myon but miss the live session, they can still be counted present for that day. If you are unable to submit work through the hub, please let me know. We already know the hub sometimes shuts down or doesn't work or doesn't load. Just send me a quick class tag message letting me know that you're having some issues so I know that you're trying. So bottom line, help me help you. Try your hardest to log into the hub before 10 a.m. Okay? Our funding is tied to child's attendance. So these guidelines have been set by TEA and will be monitored closely by our administration team in the district. I will take a final count at 11:59 each evening. Okay, students that are arriving back to school face-to-face, here are some arrival and dismissal important information for you. So arrival, when you're dropping your student off, they're gonna come through the front doors for the first few weeks of school. All students are gonna take a COVID screener from the car or walk-up table before they come enter the complete building. Dismissal. Dismissal is going to start at 2:50 to 3:05. Now there might be some slight changes as we know that dismissal is going to be staggered for student safety and for social distancing purposes. So this may or may not change, so more clarification is to come. Okay? If you are picking up your child as a car rider or walking up to pick up your child, you must bring a car tag this year. You can pick up this car tag next week, actually. If you are coming up through the car rider line or a walk up and you do not have a car tag that lets me know whose child you belong with, we're going to ask you to park and you're going to have to walk up with your driver's license just for student safety. We want to make sure that all students are going home with the right grown-ups. This year, just like last year, car riders will be picked up in the circle drive, and older siblings will dismiss with the younger siblings. So if you have a second grader that has a younger sibling in pre-K, K, or first, they will be dismissed with that younger sibling. Bus riders, please let me know if your child is returning face-to-face and they are going to be picked up by a daycare van. Please let me know so that I can make a note of that and make sure they get to the right place during our dismissal time. And if you have any questions or changes about bus riding, the HISD bus, please contact Mr. Paulus and let me know about those changes. Mr. Paulus is in charge of the bus information. And extended day. So extended day will start October 26th. This is after school care from 3:05 to 5:30. Miss Richard, Daphne Richard, is in charge of extended day. So reach out to her with any questions or if you need to register for extended day. And I put her email here. Okay, as far as curriculum, we are going to be following the HISD scope and sequence for all 5 subjects. You can find the HISD scope and sequence on the HISD homepage. So that's what second grade will be following. Okay, our favorite slide, our schedule. So our schedule is to be determined. I deeply appreciate your patience and flexibility. We're going to be changing things a little bit as students will be virtual and students will be face-to-face, and we have specials and we have lunch and we have recess. So that schedule may change and we are working on that right now. We will get you that schedule and communicate with you those changes as soon as possible, as soon as we can, as soon as we have that schedule finalized. So thank you for your patience as we don't have that quite yet. All right, next thing up is lunch. For our students returning face-to-face, students will eat lunch in our classroom. Our lunchtime is going to be from 10:35 to 11:05. Students will still be able to receive lunch from the cafeteria. However, the change this year is it will not be a hot lunch on a tray. It will be a sack lunch that will be delivered to our classroom each day. So keep that in mind when you're making your choice between packing a lunch and receiving lunch from the cafeteria. And lastly, on beautiful days, we may enjoy a socially distanced outdoor picnic for lunch, which I'm very excited about. All right, snack. So, water fountains are turned off on campus. So please send your child with a water bottle or multiple water bottles. The water fountains will not be working when students are face-to-face at Harrod. So it's very important to bring a water bottle with you every single day. In addition, our lunchtime is a little bit early, so please pack a snack, which we will enjoy in the second half of our day, kind of towards the end, closer to dismissal time. If your child is extended day, you can go ahead and pack a second snack. They can have that second snack during extended day. We are going to be eating at our desks, so I am asking that hopefully we can try as hard as we can not to bring super sticky or liquidy things, food items that would make a complete mess on the child's desk where they're also going to be working. We also have a bad bug problem here at Harrod. So sticky juices that spill and don't get cleaned up properly, we've noticed that bugs kind of come in and find their way into desks. So I ask that we don't have sugary juices for lunch as well, if possible. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's talk about some classroom expectations. So I am a firm believer in positive reinforcements. So we'll be working on those positive reinforcements that don't involve touching anything when we're back face-to-face. Now, students that return face-to-face must bring their device with them every single day and their charger. So please charge your device nightly and send your device and charger with your child in their backpack. It will go home with them every day, but they will have time where they'll be accessing the hub and Imagine Learning and Myon and some of the other digital resources that we've been using during the school day as well. If you would like, go ahead and start practicing helping your child log into those digital resources independently. With their face-to-face, I will be there helping them, but remember, I'll also be teaching virtually, so I want to make sure that all of our students are ready to rock and roll. So start practicing, getting them logged in completely on their own. Lunch, same thing. Practice opening all those lunch items now. Our friends and our teachers cannot go up and touch your child's food to help them open it. That is just for their safety, okay, and to keep them healthy. So if you have something that's packaged and you know your child won't be able to open it independently, maybe sending it in a Ziploc bag might be more helpful for them during lunchtime. We also ask that we please don't send toys to school. We won't be pulling out toys during our school day. And going back to that snack, I will not be able to provide snack this year just for your child's safety. So you will need to provide your child snack if they would like snack during our school day. Okay, weekly communication. Just like I said earlier, just a friendly reminder, we will be using ClassTag. We've already been using it for these first 5 weeks of school, so I know that a lot of you guys have been utilizing it, and I appreciate that so much. If you have not, go ahead and download that ClassTag app, or let me know that you are not receiving my ClassTag messages. Okay. I also ask that all students that are coming face-to-face and all students that are virtual are prepared for learning. Having students face-to-face and having some students virtually, being on time is going to be very important. It's going to be a little bit different if I'm teaching in front of the classroom. I won't be able to stop and go to the computer and let somebody into the live stream if they're coming in halfway through the lesson. So please help me out and make sure that we're prepared with our supplies and materials and that we're on time, ready to learn. And last thing about coming prepared with lunches, late lunches are not going to be allowed to come into the building this year. So if you drop off Chick-fil-A to your child at 10 o'clock like we did in previous years, that will not be the case this year. If they do not have a lunch during our lunchtime, we will ask that they go through the cafeteria or get the cafeteria sack lunch that day. Okay, so some common questions we've been receiving are about grades. So students are expected to complete independent work, Imagine Math Minutes, and Imagine Language Literacy, which is that blue robot hub, through the hub every single day. Students are receiving grades for their exit tickets that they're turning into the hub right now. If an assignment is not turned in, it will default to a 60 in the grade book, which will bring that grade down. And students that are returning face-to-face, some of the supplies that we're going to be using in class are pencils, a pencil sharpener, markers, crayons, glue sticks, scissors, and of course send those tissue boxes if you have them and you would like to donate to our class. We're also asking for expo markers and a small lap-size whiteboard if possible, and very important, headphones with a microphone. So students will still be working using technology during the school day face-to-face, and students will need to wear headphones. And having a microphone attached to that headphone is going to be helpful because some of those learning apps have the students reading and recording and speaking into that microphone for me to hear the recording. Okay, as of now, we've talked about students keeping their supplies in a Ziploc bag in their desk. They will not be sharing supplies with each other. What is in their supply bucket or bag or box at their desk will belong to them and will be used only by them. So conferences. So if you would like to have a parent-teacher conference, we will be holding conferences virtually, even if your child is face-to-face. If you would like to chat with me or schedule a conference, please reach out and let me know and we can schedule that. If you're having a concern or problem, reach out to me first and I can see what I can do to help you out. And if you do have a question or an issue, address it as quickly as you can so I can help you as soon as I know. And again, like I've said before, you can reach me through email or through the ClassTag app to get a hold of me quickly. And lastly, thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough for all of the support and patience and flexibility that you have shown in these first 5 weeks of school. I could not do it without you parents. I thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any questions that weren't in the slides, send me an email or a ClassTag and I'll respond to you. And if I see that I'm getting some of the same several emails, I can send out a big class message to the entire class list. I know that in these slides, I might not have covered everything. I know there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of information that is changing. This is what I have for you today. I hope that you have a little bit of a clearer picture or some answers, some questions answered. And I just thank you so, so much. I'm excited to continue our second grade year and this is awesome. See you soon. I look forward to talking with you later.